Now, we had another question that came in just now, Vince, that I'm wondering if you could take. Parent wants to know, is it possible to potty train a child that is not fully verbal? Plus, he does not cry when having a dirty nappy. He can go for hours, wet or dirty, and would not care at all.
Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. And in most of, all of our BCBAs for sure, and our centers are trained to be able to work with all different levels of children, when it comes to potty training. Now, some of it is going to be a lot of prerequisite work working up to potty training. So it's not as if we just say, oh, we want to work on potty training, let's go. So we would need to do potty logs and some data collection. Again, getting them to recognize if their diaper is full or empty, those types of things. And we can do that in many different, ways to help them either communicate or be able to identify that it's time to go to the bathroom. And then using reinforcements and different reinforcement procedures, we can continue to reinforce them for successes as they go ahead and void on the toilet. But that could be a very long process, but it's definitely a process that the centers can work on.
I find that one of the things that's most interesting about the autism community, because anytime there's an issue with a kiddo, there's also, as you know so well, Vince, there's also an issue of anxiety on the parents' part, right? Because aren't we always anxious? Well, my kid's not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, of course.
Some kids can do it, but my kid isn't going to be able to do that. And I love being in a room with behavior analysts and talking about potty training when there's a room of parents. Like, I would love to just have 40 behavior analysts line one side of a room and the parents on the other side of the room, and just have them watch each other's faces and bring up and say to the parents, do you think that your child will be able to be potty trained? And see the look on the parents' faces, and then say to the behavior analyst, do you think that you can potty train their child? Because parents don't know, Vince, that you guys have cracked the code on this.
Yeah.
Behavior analysts have such confidence around potty training. They're like, oh yeah, no, that's not going to be a problem. It's just we're going to do this steps, and sometimes it takes this many days and weeks, and sometimes it takes this many, but it's just a series of steps, and this is how we do it. We've cracked the code on it. We've figured it out, and we can potty train pretty much anybody if there's not a medical issue. And the parents, we all go, really? You can, like, wait a second, because my child has an issue with this. And the behavior analysts are like, yeah, no, we got that. We totally have that. And it's something that I like to spread to parents, because it's one of the big first hurdles in those first early years, that, because, no daycare center will take your child.
Right.
No nursery school. You can't go to kindergarten in a diaper. There's a lot of anxiety about it. And we've all heard of the teenagers that are in diapers and fear it.
Right, of course.
So I love that this mom wrote in. But Vince, is there anything you want to say to that anxiety that the parents have, that we all are worried, whether it's potty training or something else, that we're like, oh, I don't know if my child's going to be able to do that?
Well, and I think you hit the nail on the head with that one, in that anxiety is a natural anxiety, right? It's a natural anxiety that we have for all of us have for our children. Will they be able to achieve certain goals? Would they be able to achieve certain developmental steps as other children have? So I think that some of that anxiety is very natural, but I do think that, again, you're in the hands of professionals that can work with this, that have done this successfully, that really know the steps and procedures to be able to make this successful, and being able to collaborate and be a part of that and really understand the systems and the protocols and things that the supervisor or the team will be putting in place, and then being actively a part of that, I think goes a long way. Our anxieties go down not only when we have knowledge of it, but then are participating in the process as well, because then they're going to feel that they're a part of the solution.